Hey guys, Tonda here. Hope you're all having a good day wherever you are. Basically, I'll be doing some more YouTube content as my first video went fairly well. A lot of good comments came from it. So basically, we'll be doing a demo review playlist where I'll be doing demo reviews of CGP, CGI teams, maybe CGM if there's enough demand for it. Basically, people can send me in games each week and I'll try to get around to them. I'll try to be doing one at the very minimum per week, but at the moment I have a little bit more spare time on my hands, so we'll try to be pumping out 2 to 3 a week. And basically, I IGL for my team, so I just want the content there. I can just jump on my YouTube video and I've got how, say, example, Chiefs or Immortals play Overpass, and it's all there for me. I can quickly look over it. I don't have to get some scrapbook and go through all the old and historic notes. But basically, this game was Chiefs and Immortal uh, in the ECA League last week. Immortals won the knife round, chose to start T Side. Chiefs have Mungo standing in. He's their sub player for Destiny missed this game, so it could have been why they played a little bit more puggy. But I don't think. I think the caliber of players in Chiefs should still be able to convert their strats and plays, or maybe they don't really want to use their playbook against a team like Immortal. Either way, this game was ended 16-11 in Chiefs' favor, but it was a lot closer than it looked. Immortals really should have won this game. Very good showing from them. So we'll start off jumping straight into the pistol round, and I am go for a con play. While they have two flashes and a smoke on Azoas, that's probably for an A set play, and looks like Chris is pushing Fountain for info in case it's a B set play, and he does get caught from behind. Azoar actually catches him there. I don't know if that was an anti-strat or not, but yeah, that was really well played. Nice. I think it was an anti-strat. I'd say he would have pushed before, but it looks like Mungo does get two headshots here and denies I am the bomb site, and it's a 3v3 retake now, and Dexter has caught him up long. He's got here quite fast, and they don't have the bomb either, so this is big trouble. Unfortunately, Azawao did have a flash, but he was all the way back in con, so potentially a mix-up on who's buying the nades. Looks like Ren and Fasho do go down to the Chiefs players up on A, and unfortunately Azawao is stuck on his own. Pretty impossible task. Not a bad strat. Potentially get Azawao to buy armor next time and get your flashes and nades on one of those guys in con. Because if they just had a flash for sight, I think they would have got it without Mungo getting so many headshots. Azawao does get a nice shot on Tanikez there. But overall, pretty decent pistol round from both teams. Chiefs, or Mungo in particular, hitting some nice headshots on sight. The next two rounds we're gonna skip past. Immortals force buy, and they just get stomped at B. They stand a chance, and again they tried to hit B with the Glocks and no bomb plant. So we'll head straight into the gun round. Sorry for skipping. If you wanted to see those anti-ecos, they weren't super important. They were just towards B, and nothing really happened. They just didn't have enough of the head shots to pull it off. So Burn will be AWPing for Chiefs this first round, and they actually kept a lot of their inventory. Dexter keeps scout on Chris. Basically, Immortals do this fast con play with 3 people, and they pop flash short. And it actually works, as Mungo has to fall off short. Does molly it though, while Blitz is entering out Monster Tunnel. So this is a really fast contact play, and Mungo decides to get close, and unfortunately Ren catches him. And yeah, Burn gets caught here too. The AWP goes down. I don't even know if he fired a single AWP shot, to be honest. So this is just the age-old problem of CT side overpass. Do you retake B or do you play aggressive? I'm a big fan of probably playing retake, especially when you have full nades. They didn't really have good weaponry though, so maybe potentially upgrade to weapons or at least like play really aggressive B. Send like 3 or 4 people there just to make sure you get that control. get that short water control, and then you'll have no issues. A really good thing here for Immortals is that all 5 people lived. So stop shooting the ground, fascio. BM. Did I just skip 2 rounds? I think I did. Alright, so basically that was some tactical BM from Fascio, shooting into Dexter's corpse. Fascio ain't taking nothing. So here comes a real dodgy buy from Chiefs. We got 2 shotguns and at least 3 rifles. 3 rifles are okay. They all have head armor though, and they're missing some nades. So I don't know, I probably would have minused on the head armor. Because you know that all the AKs save, so there's no point buying head armor. The Chiefs go for aggressive fountain. Again, they know that they don't have the weaponry to last. They're going to try to get some early picks. But unfortunately, Chris doesn't have a flash for Dexter here. A good flash comes over, gets Ren, and that's a kill for Dexter. But Chris bought a helmet and couldn't buy a flash. That was a really nice slow default out of Immortals. Usually they're a very fast-paced team. But they do have a slow default where they're 1 in con, 2 outside B, and 2 up towards A, which is really nice. I hope a lot of teams do put these no die defaults in because they're very important. Chris does try to get another rotator, unfortunately. And it's turned into a 5v3. Mungo is down in sewers, so he could potentially... If he gets a 2k here... Oh, the flash, really nice. Really nicely done. Only gets 1. And... Knickers is on site with a shotgun. Could go big here. But Azura gets a no-scope. And wins that duel. And Burns saves his weapon. So basically the Chiefs getting a little bit impatient on their aggression. Probably, if you want to be aggressive, just stay aggressive at party. Or out at long. But try not to push fountain. If you guys are watching this and your CGA players doing that CT push fountain, only if you have a flash. Like, you got to make sure you're flashing. Sometimes Div 1 players can get away with it because they're such really good aimers, but unfortunately do have some good aimers on their team as well, so you can't really get away with that. Burn does save that down in con. There was no issues here in this round either. We're going to skip this. Immortals rushed B and overwhelmed quite quickly. No guns were saved. And again, it looks like we have a buy round. Yeah, we have a buy round coming out here from Chief, so this will be quite good. What are they? So no AWPs. Couldn't really afford it. Money was not too good for them. So again, they have no head armor this time, which is good. So I guess somebody picked up on the fact that they all shouldn't have bought head armor the previous gun round. One of the previous gun rounds, and looks like... Ah, okay, yeah. So this round, guys, I'll go back. Well, I don't need to go back. Immortals tried to change the pace. Instead of coming through water, instead of trying to come through con, they come through tunnel towards sewer. And their Molotov missed on short, and their flash only got 1 guy short. So, a little bit of miss-nade usage there. Could have been on purpose, I don't know, but probably not. Sometimes you see people in cage, for example, miss that molly in vents, and then someone will crouch pre-fire the vents to kill the guy. But I think this was just a case of missed grenades, and you can forget that one if you're Immortals, don't worry. Continue on, which is what they do. And here comes their no die default again, and this time, yeah, Chiefs, they don't want to push. They understand that they shouldn't have pushed fountain the round before, and we can see Azoa with the AWP wants the tunnel here. It might catch a cheeky Nickers peeking that line. Overall, nicely played. No deaths early on the side of Immortals and Chiefs as well. So they still have toilets control. You can see. I think this was a really crucial part of the round. Azoa just rotated up from B, and he should have picked up the bomb just then. And this is quite unfortunate. Chris gets caught out in the open here, caught by a flash. Not quite sure what he was doing. I guess he was trying to get to push for info because it was sort of 1 minute, but you kind of want to play off your teammates on A on Overpass. You kind of want to be with two people at all times, just so you can get that trade frag. And he wouldn't have been caught out in the open. If he had someone at flower pot, he wouldn't have had to push tree or anything. Well, not flower pot, flower bed. So basically here, we can see Ren running back for the bomb. They do their set play smokes, and they've decided to do a fake. Dexter did see the smokes and got 2k here, which is really good. But already, Burn gets caught out on B. Fasho just walks in. So I think it was a little bit fortunate that the bomb was forgotten back at spawn, and they ended up having to do a B or an A fake because there was no time for the bomb to come back. Got the guys set up quite well in sewer. Fortunately, the Chiefs just don't have the inventory for the retake here. So overall, nice execution from both teams there. I think the round might have ended up a little bit different if Chris hadn't been caught out at long, so it was quite unfortunate. So this round, Nikez, so he has saved an AK, and he does, unfortunately, he gets a 3k. Oh, we skipped around, guys. Sorry, somehow we skipped around. There was an eco where he saved an AK, but overall, fortunately, that was just a bad read from Immortals there. They should have just continued with their slow pace. That would have worked out quite nicely for them. And I think we get another AWP here from Burn could have. Okay, here we go. Dexter's got it now. So we've had 2 people AWP, Burn and Dexter so far. No main AWPer for CT side Overpass, which is really weird. Like usually CT side Overpass is a playground. Dexter does get up here, and he almost catches Ren, but he gets a bit sprayed. He backs off. He doesn't want to give his life up too early. This is quite smart. You don't want to die too early. That peak. Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried here with Chiefs not having a core, like a main AWPer. Become too much of a problem later down the track. Looks like Burn just doing the boost here in sewer. They've got 3 towards B, and the guys up at A are playing some toilet still haven't been forced out. So here comes the B set play from Immortals, and Chiefs are playing really aggressive here. So they're hoping to get a lot of kills. They get 1 trade. Fortunately, yeah, didn't get the rest. And there's only 1 left. And unfortunately for him, only touches. So again, you just get that problem where, would have it been better if Chiefs had been playing further back and retaking? They had lots of nades still. They had full nades this round. So could have it been a better idea for them to play retake? I'd say so. Unfortunately, that's not as fun to do. A little bit more heart racing, but sometimes you got to sacrifice the fun for winning. And it's good to practice retakes anyway. Like a lot of when you travel, when these guys are going to be traveling overseas and playing tournaments there, retaking is something they're going to have to be able to do. Like, nothing really happened that round. No weapons were saved either. Chiefs got another gun round, and now Nickers has decided he wanted to AWP. So, AWPer number 3. That's he doesn't have armor or nades, so this is just like, what the heck is going on here? Like, and it actually pays off for him. Like, insane. CS:GO, guys, CS:GO. So basically, we've got another slow default, but this time more presence towards A. The B player Fasho doesn't have any help this time. Usually he'd have the AWPer down here, but and this is why I think Nickers has bought it, because he knew that the AWPer likes to play back there, so he thought he was going to be able to beat into it. And as we can see here, yeah, he catches Fasho there. Fasho, a little bit lazy, probably could have thrown a flash or some sort of. I'd say he'd need to throw a flash. If he wanted to cross that. It's not bad playing up behind that fence. That's kind of the meta at the moment. But so finally, Chiefs have the number advantage. Immortal seem to always be really good at keeping that, and Looks like Dexter gets a bit impatient behind a smoke with the number advantage. He just pop flashes through it. So you can just see that Chiefs are really not putting a lot of effort into this game. A little bit unfortunate because, like I said, the more they practice playing properly, the better their playing properly is going to be. So 4v4 now. Immortals have full nades, they got 4 smokes, 4 mollies, lots of 3 flashes. So they've definitely got the goods for this A set play, which is what they're going for. Chris, he's playing close to the wall. Burn has a flash, but Burn's all the way at B. No nades left for Chiefs, and they just get overwhelmed on site. Let's see. Mungo does want to try to push through that smoke, but Immortal's just playing smart, staying back at long. Unfortunately, Nickers has an AWP, no armor, and there's no retake in this situation. He does get to save this. So basically, Chiefs giving up their number advantage in a silly fashion, and then not having the correct utility to stop Immortals after that. I don't know, maybe you could have had another partner playing aggressive in toilets and just have someone jump spotting long. That could have been a potential option as well, but was not to be. Nickers saves the AWP. I don't think he gets this. They do lose this round. It was a delayed B hit from Immortals and they just swarm them with power. So Immortals really like the B hit when they're versing low buy or pistols. Like, it's pretty apparent. They do it almost every round. So definitely like that. They just favor B. Immortals are a B favorite team. They do know the A set play as well, which is good. But mainly before like to hit B. And looks like we've got our 4th AWPer in Chris. I remember Chris used to be really good when I first started watching at AWPing. And Dexter gets a pretty decent 3k there. Unfortunately, a little bit of... They've read Immortals now. They know, like, when you hear lots of people coming down the ladder, you can just wide peek and spray and you'll get lots of kills. So Immortals are going to have to figure something out about that. Maybe only use it once a game, or you can fake it another time where you just put a couple people down the bottom and don't peek and have an AWP there or something. I don't know, but something has to change with the amount of times they use that 3 down con strategy. It is nice, it is impactful, but I don't think you need to use it that often. I think they used it 3 times, and it only worked once. The other 2 times they got sprayed down. So other than that, really good half from Immortals, very methodical, nice, slow defaults, and they did change the pace up with fast B hits from occasion. And they knew an A set play as well. They knew a B set play. Lots of work have gone into this Immortals team by the looks of things. Hopefully, good future for them on this. Like, their T side is brilliant. They lost the pistol and they lost the 2 next anti-Ikers without getting a bomb plant. So to get 9 rounds against Chiefs of all teams is pretty decent. Other than that, notes. What have I got? Yeah, Chiefs have a lot of CTA side issues. They really need to decide whether they're going to retake B or play more aggressive. They've got to make that option as whoever the IGL is of Chiefs. I think it's Dexter at the moment. I'm not 100% sure, but he's really got to make a decision on how he wants to play this map if they want to play this map. They could just first ban it. If this is their first ban, that's fine. But I don't know if you want to be first banning Overpass of all maps. There are a few other maps that teams might be pretty good on. So, oh yeah, they had 4 different AWPers as well. You got to have this is the AWPer's paradise, this map for CT side. There's so many angles on A that's really, really good. You can get like surprise B monster peaks, and there's a lot of neat little boosts you can do. So I would really like to see a main AWPer out of Chiefs, because when you travel overseas, if you don't have that main AWPer, you're going to be in a little bit of strife. So yeah, that was basically the first half. Finished 9-6 in the way of Immortals, and we'll start off with the second half. We'll speed through this little buy period, and basically Chiefs 4 armor, smoke flashes. It's pretty standard these days, and there's a smoke kit on as well. 4 armor. There's 4 terrorists outside B. Immortals are going for a full retake on B. They've got someone pushing along, someone in heaven, and 3 in con. Unfortunately, Ren gets binked by Dexter. He has to skedaddle back up to A. And these terrorists coming through Monster Tunnel now. Still keeping some CTs at bay. But the CTs don't really mind this. They've got a kit, so they've got all the time in the world to wait here. And they know Dexter's here, so he gets caught on the reload. Fortunately, that was always going to happen. Basho, the retake comes in through short. Echo's in water as well, so now he got around the T's. First kill goes to Burn. Now this is insane. It's a 1v4. Burn gets the guy through the smoke with the kit. Flicks to the guy on site. 2 headshots. And now Echo's in a 1v1 without the kit. For some reason he couldn't find the kit on the floor. Burn's out of bullets, and unfortunately finally got the kit. It bounced so far away. Like, that's at least three real life meters. That's how far the thing bounced away. But yeah, so really unlucky on that retake. Like, Burn just saved the game so hardcore just then. So really lucky there. A delayed B hit from Chiefs here wins the round without any troubles. Immortals didn't buy any armor either, so they're going for full nades on the first gun round. And again, Burn just gets a 4k in con. Skip to the first gun round, where Azo does pick up the AWP. He's the main AWP for this team. It's good. Here we get to see how Chiefs do their default. This is a really aggressive default. If you're playing your first gun round against Chiefs on this map, you want to play one con, I'd say. Just slowing down this con take because they get it so fast, and already they've got toilets control at 1 minute 30. Sorry, at 1 minute 30 seconds. Dexter's already really close to A site. He's up at headshot. Now we can see all the rotations coming out from the CTs. They're coming up. They're not quite sure how aggressive Chiefs are playing here. They have an MP9 and 2 Galils, so try to do the best they can with that. And this is a really common strategy that Chiefs, at least in this game that I've seen, I haven't seen lots of their demos. This is the first demo I've seen of them. They like doing this strategy where they leave Dexter on one side of the map, and then they hit the other. As we can see, the bomb is strolling into B long area. And they've left Dexter all on his own to fake out the side. This happens time and time again. Now, unfortunately, Burn missed his toxic molly, which would have pushed Echo out of the spot. And yeah, unfortunately, that was just a really poor execution. There's no smokes down, nothing heaven, nothing bridge, the molly missed toxic, the flashes went there. Dexter did get a kill up on A on that lurk, but then got traded really quickly. But overall, that was a really disappointing set play. Unfortunately, yeah, I really don't think having Mungo in the team is an excuse. He's a really talented player. Not the best of executions there from Chiefs. Azuar does get that fountain pick, and straight away they fall back to toilets. Burn again went for this really fast con control. Does it every round. Does it really fast, so almost too fast. Definitely you wanna fight him there, I'd say. Stop him from getting all that control. And getting water control is pretty, like sewer control is really important too. So if you're playing 3B, getting sewer control is pretty much a must. And Dexter does just wide pick up short and get a kill onto site. And again, Dexter's on this side of the map, bomb's on the other. Surprise, surprise. Dexter starts heading back. 4v4 now. Chiefs did have the disadvantage. Dexter bringing it back, and you can see they're walking up along here. So again, they only have one smoke and one molly, so they've just got to play contact. Their short player dies, so here, Immortal should just fall right back. But instead, they're peeking and dying to AKs. Like a 4v3 where the other team has no nades, and they just give it away with peeks. So the IGL call really needed to come out there of, oh, hey guys, settle down. We got the numbers, we got the nades. We can play retake. Unfortunately, they try to fight and they lose those aim duels, which is always going to happen against Div 1 teams. Echo saves that AK. So here, this was a really unlucky round from Chiefs. They read the economy wrong, I think, and they spread out too much. They should have probably committed a little bit more to that. Dexter does spray there, and unfortunately for him, he dodges his own flash and gets killed by Azawar. So playing a little bit too aggressive there, I think, on your own. And for some reason, Burn opened the door in Con. I have no idea why. Just dies. Blitz does get caught up on A, so it's a 3v4. This time they play a lot slower on the retake. Fortunately, it took them a loss of a round to learn their mistakes. Play a little bit more patient first time around. You can't really give free rounds to Div 1 teams. They'll take them and they'll take them home. Echo does catch out. Because there. 1v3 actually, he gets that party kill. He almost gets it too. The first kill. And then unfortunately, doesn't quite get the last one, and Echo has a kit. So. Nice round there from Immortals. A little bit lazy on the side of Chiefs. They've got enough money to rebuy here, and again, no main orbs. They just go full AKs, which is, as I've been saying in all games, a little bit disappointing. I don't think this type of strategy is going to work against top teams, and we can see setting up towards B side. All the info here for Immortals, though, they know, and Immortals are actually playing retake. They've got one Heaven and one ABC, so this is really, I really like this strategy. It's quite smart. You've got the nades for retake. They've 2 mollies still, lots of flashes. They even get the first kill, so it's a 4v Echo. Yeah, I guess that's fine. 4v4 is fine. Main problem here is that Ren pop flashes through a smoke and dies to Dexter. If Ren stays back in Con and just waits, then potentially they can. Pasho does get a 2k and nearly gets burned. So unfortunately, won't quite get the kill, and Burn will clutch this round out. But if you're retaking B and you've got someone Con, someone B long, and 2 guys coming spawn, Evan or ABC, that guy in Con needs to wait. He can't come out early. He wants to be the last person coming out. Basically, you want someone to basically being on the site so that short player feels like he needs to peek. Or you tap the bomb and then you peek out of Con. Especially don't pop flash through a smoke. Again, it's just that patience thing. You could just wait. If he'd waited there, potentially could have won that round. Because Dexter would have had to move. Fasho was rolling in B long and caught 2 people off guard, so Dexter definitely wouldn't have been able to stay in Con. And no, not too much trouble this round for Chiefs. Skip to the next one. We got ourselves another buy round. So basically, skip to. So a little bit more. Well, they were actually confused what they were doing. They go for their A default. This is actually a bit slower on all parts. No one's in Con this round either. But this is a stack on B in water. They got water, sewer control, blitz. Looks like he's going to flash into Con here. Oh, he missed it. That's alright. Nice idea. Luckily, no one's in Con for them. Meanwhile, Chiefs have walked up A long. Read it quite nicely, and unfortunately, I don't mind this stack at B, but if you're going to be solo A, you probably should be jump spotting back on site somewhere. Playing this angle is not going to work for you too often, and as you can see, Dexter's out here throwing his nades, kind of doing a little bit of distraction work. But he does have a buddy. He has a partner in crime, Mr. Burn. It's a full fake. bridge smokes, site smokes, flashes. And unfortunately, oh, sorry about that. Immortals had a good setup, but they should know by now that it's a fake. But unfortunately, as a wow, yeah, really unlucky with that timing. And they just get the bomb site for free. Ren's rotating up, but Nickers is here to say hello. Oh, wow, Ren gets that kill. So it's a 3v2 here, and for some reason, Basher actually came charging in from the back. Again, if Immortal had just slowed down, relax, stop moving for 5 seconds, just take your hands off the keyboard even, and then put your hands back on the keyboard, and then start playing the retake, they probably win this round. They had nades, they had positioning. Chiefs only had 2 people. Mongo was low health. It just really close round. So Chiefs, they're really getting a bit lucky here on the retake scenarios. If Immortal had been a little bit more patient, Chiefs are in a lot of trouble actually. So Eco comes here from Immortal. Chiefs didn't have any issues with it. Now comes the last full buy of the game. There's actually a strat pause here, I think, from double AWP as well, so they obviously talked about it. Chiefs using the pause to their advantage. Basically, what they do here is they do a fast B hit. So the fast B hit would counter any sort of strat aggression Immortal were doing in this talk. So not a bad call here from Dexter. But unfortunately, these 2 AWPs end up going A. One goes long, the other one goes well. Chiefs are B rushing, dodging the flashes, the bounce. So it was pretty easy to do. They actually get down to a 4v3. Or 3v2 now. So, and someone's, like, Chris is on 6 health. So somehow, Immortals, they do slow it up a bit. So again, they've learned from their mistake. But unfortunately, Blitz, wide peaks, loses the dual Dexter, does a lot of damage. Enough damage so that that nade's gonna kill Mungo. But now we got stuck with 2 AWPs. Chris, first kill, and that's enough time to hold it out. Sorry about that, guys. Got a bit of a dry throat, but yeah. So basically, those AWPers needed to pick up rifles. You shouldn't be keeping AWPs on that sort of retake. At the very least, one of them pick up rifles. There's no way that Chiefs should get away with that win. So again, another clutch round, another retake round where Immortals are slightly off, and it doesn't work out for them. Again, Chiefs just go with a hard B, and 3v3. Unfortunately, Fasho here, he's pretty keen for another kill. Black for him to wait for his teammates, but I think that was it by now. After doing so well T Side and losing 3 retake scenarios that they probably should have won, and losing that pistol as well, like, really surprised that they were able to hold it out for that long. So Chiefs end up winning 16-11. Overall, there were no set plays from Chiefs on that T side. They won that pistol very luckily. A lot of clutch wins that wouldn't have happened against better teams. A little bit more coordination, and they just get wrecked on this map so hard. And they have no primary AWPer, which is the biggest concern. Unless Destiny's their main AWPer, but I'm not too sure. I thought Dexter wanted to main AWP, and I've seen Chris main AWP before in the past too. So they definitely have good enough players to do it. They just need to really just set in stone a main AWPer. And basically their T sides consisted of getting fast con control, doing fast B rushes, getting Dexter to make plays on one side of the map while the bomb's on the other, walking into sites. So it's enough to win against CGI teams, but this playstyle is going to be hard to work against anything better. Definitely not going to work overseas. So they might have to first ban Overpass if they don't have much more than this. Hopefully Destiny isn't like a key that unlocks everybody. Hopefully that's not the case of Chiefs. I'd like to see them be able to perform outside of not having Destiny in the team. So overall, Immortals probably should have won this game, but just couldn't close those clutch situations out. A little bit more time, a couple more months, and this team will be putting some big dents in those CGP teams for sure. They'll definitely be a real beast on this Overpass map, so definitely watch out for Immortals on this map in the future. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I definitely probably won't be posting on the CG forums every time I release a new video. And yeah, hopefully we get some more good feedback. I'll see you guys around. Enjoy your day.